Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing my nails for a music festival. I post nail art content on Instagram and on TikTok occasionally, but I don't think I've ever done a YouTube video of me doing my nails when I really do love doing it, so I thought it'd be fun to do it with you. A couple months ago I posted a YouTube video making friendship bracelets for Taylor Swift's tour, and I just made the bracelets and chit-chatted while I did it, and it was really fun, so I thought it'd be cool to do that again today. So in 2 days my boyfriend and I are leaving to go meet some of our friends in Chicago to go to Lollapalooza, and we're really excited about it, and I need to do my nails. So let's get going. So I've picked out a bunch of my colors. When I like to do festival looks and stuff, I try not to plan it out too much. I just try to go with the flow and do something fun. So I just picked a bunch of fun colors, and I'm just gonna see what I make. I think I'm just gonna do one nail at a time and play around and see what we do. I also have my other camera up here so you'll be able to see my nails, and I also pulled a bunch of sparkly nail polishes that I have. These ones are actual glitter polishes because I feel well, this isn't weird, and I think this is well known, that glitter nail polish, if I do a color and just a top coat, it does not stay on as long as doing a regular color and then glitter and then a top coat. For some reason, glitter nail polish makes everything stay forever, so I am gonna try and include glitter on as many nails as I can. I also have these nail stickers. These are from a brand called Deco Miami. They're just little image stickers that you take off with tweezers and put on your nails, and they're so cute. I've bought a bunch of different ones of them over the years, and they're the easiest way to do the cutest manicure, and people are always like, oh my god, how did you do that? It's so cute. I think I'm just gonna start. My favorite nail art design ever to do is a yin yang. It's the easiest nail art thing to do, one of the first actual painted on nail art designs that I ever learned, and it looks so cute every time. So I think I'm gonna do that on my pointer finger here with these two blues. I know I should probably use a base coat. Also, do not roast my cuticles. I have the most disgusting cuticles ever, and I don't do long nails. I don't do gel or acrylic or anything just because I use my hands a lot while I'm working, so it's difficult for me to maintain stuff like that, and I also get very overstimulated by having stuff like that on my nails all the time, so I stay away from stuff like that. Okay, I definitely want to use some of these. This is from one of the Deco Miami sets. This is their Groovy set, and I have a bunch of these little yellow flowers left over, so maybe I'll try to cover my thumbnail in those. Maybe I'll do an orange background for that. Anyway, I just posted a YouTube video recently, probably the last video I posted at this point, doing my August bullet journal theme. And my theme for August was Lollapalooza, and all the spreads turned out so cute. So if you haven't seen that video yet, definitely go check it out. I talked in that video about the festival itself, but this will be my first time going to Lolla. I've been to several festivals before, and I love them. And I love concerts, but this is going to be the first Lolla I've ever been to, and also the largest festival I've ever been to. I just moved, and I decluttered a bunch of my makeup and nail polish and just a bunch of shit that I had in my bathroom. I decluttered a bunch of it before I moved so I wouldn't have to schlep all of that stuff here, get rid of it once I got here. I definitely have a smaller collection than I did before because I definitely have hoarder tendencies. I just love to keep stuff. Even if a nail polish that I used to love, even if it's completely dried out, I'm oh, but maybe I'll use it for, and I'm no, I won't. What am I doing? I also have, this is their Halloween set that I loved using during Halloween last year. I probably won't use a lot of these because they are definitely very Halloween themed, but I saved this eyeballs and this lips. These lips have little vampire teeth on them, and I think they would be really cute stacked on top of each other on one of the nails. I think I would want to do it on top of a white, unless, oh, maybe I could do this light orangey color. So I'm gonna do a little glitter on this one to make it thicky. At festivals, I always think really hard about what I'm going to do for my nails before I go, because whatever you pick, you have to be prepared that if your nails chip and stuff before you get there, they're just going to look gross the whole time you're there. And also, I get very overstimulated when my nails are chipped, which is why I need to have them short and covered in a thick protective coat of polish, because this girl cannot do chipped nails or broken nails or peeling nails. I cannot handle any of that. I'm going to do a little pink on here. I'm truly not planning this at all. I was talking to my parents about the festival a couple days ago, and we were chatting about it because well, Lollapalooza is not a camping festival. You can't camp there because it's like in the middle of the city in Chicago, but there are festivals that you do camp at, and I went to one last year that was, I don't think you didn't have to camp there, but a lot of people that go do, and it was my first time doing a festival like that. And my parents were talking about how they're like, I would never do that in a million years. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really think that I was that kind of person either until I actually did it, and it's really like not as bad as you think it is. But we were making this joke about like how good would the lineup have to be for you to commit to camping at a festival, because my parents are not camper types, and we were just like having a lot of fun talking about like dream concert lineups and stuff like that. But yeah, if you can see, I'm just like picking these up with the tweezers and then just like pushing them on, and then you can use your finger to like squish it down more if you need to. You should usually wait to use these until the coat of polish you have on your nail is dry or just like a little bit tacky, because if you do it wet then you can't like peel it up and move it around as easily if you like make a mistake. But yeah, my dad was saying like it would need to be like all of my favorite bands back to back to back, even bands that like aren't together anymore or like members of those bands have died. Like, it's really funny. So I've been having a lot of fun with like everyone that I see like talk about your dream festival lineup, and I think that mine would be obviously Taylor Swift headlining. Probably like all of the members of One Direction have their own individual set, and then they do a One Direction reunion set, and it would have to be like a one night only One Direction reunion. Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus doing a Miley Cyrus half Hannah Montana set. Probably like all my favorite DJs like having their own little like EDM tent. So it'd be like Dom Dolla. I feel like this looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like little eyeballs. Yeah, it'd be like Dom Dolla, Rez, Galantis, Tiesto, Porter Robinson middle of the night set. It would be so good. I also have some of these little daisies that I was gonna use. Maybe I'll like cover this pink nail in some of the little white daisies. Let me think about who else would be on my set. Oh, that nail's not completely dry yet, but it's like a little flowery pink nail. I'll probably do some glitter on top of that also, just to like seal it in more. I have this like purple glitter that I really like. My boyfriend bought this for me as a treat one day, because you know, I have to have my treats. And then I also have this glitter that I'm gonna use on this nail too. I feel like glitter polishes get sticky and thick so fast also, but I always feel weird about putting like nail polish thinner or anything in them, because I feel like it makes the texture of the glitters like kind of gross and sticky. Yeah, I feel like I'm one of the only people that I know nowadays that still just does regular nail art on my natural nails, because I feel like most people prefer to like just get their nails done. Sometimes if I'm doing like a bunch of different designs on each of my nails, then I will like take a little piece of paper and I'll like draw nail shapes, and then I'll doodle like what I want in each of them so that I have it like laid out. But right now I'm just kind of like going with the flow and doing whatever. I kind of want to do like a black and white nail, like maybe cow print or something. I don't have like a pure black right now in my collection. I think I threw out the one that I had because it was dry, but I have this one. It's kind of like a sparkly gunmetal color, so maybe I'll use that. Is cow print out of style? I feel like it kind of is, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm really excited about seeing festival fashion here. I have mainly been to EDM festivals in the past, and like EDM/rave fashion is like its own beast. So people at those places like you tend to wear the same thing. But last year I went to a non-EDM festival called Firefly in Delaware. They're actually not having it this year, which is kind of sad. They're like taking a break. I hope that doesn't mean that they're like, it's not like the One Direction thing where they're like, oh, we're taking a break, but then they just never come back. But that one, there were people wearing lots of different styles, and I don't know, I just love that, because then to watch and fun to look around. That's like a whole attraction in itself, is just seeing what everyone's wearing. Okay, so when I do this little yin yang design, I take one of these jar lids that I use as like my little palette, and I just put a little glob of the color that I'm using on there. And then you can take any like paintbrush, you can use a toothpick for this or anything. This is like literally covered in nail polish, the tip of this paintbrush is, but I just dip it in there, and I'm just gonna do the line that goes down the middle, just like dividing the shape. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because I do the rest of the design with the actual brush from the bottle. That one will usually give you some straighter lines, but I just do this to like kind of mark out where it's supposed to go. And then I will go in with the brush from the actual polish, and I'll fill in the side. Like I said before, you can use the edge of this brush to smooth out that line. I actually did it pretty smooth that time, so I don't think that I need to. So then I'm just gonna take the other end of this paintbrush that I use as like a dotting tool, and I just put in my little dots. I really wish that I had more time to prep for this festival, because I definitely wanted to make a bunch of bracelets and stuff to trade like I did for Taylor Swift. And I usually make bracelets bracelets for other festivals. Even like if it's not an all EDM festival, not everyone's going to be trading candy or whatever, I still like to make them just because it's fun to have something to do, and it's just like a fun thing to get ready for a festival. Yeah, I didn't really do it this year because I've been moving and just busy with work and everything, so I just haven't done it and I'm kind of sad. But okay, let's do cow print. I've done this before. It's really easy also. I just started out with the white base, doesn't have to be perfect. So then I just take my black polish and try to make sure there's not like too much paint on the brush. Like I'm dabbing off like 3/4, 75% of what's on there. And then I'm just gonna go like this and make little shapes. And you can go back over them later and try to make them different like sizes so they're not all the same size. Yeah, this is like the easiest nail art design also. This is one that I figured out a long time ago also, and I was like, oh, that's so easy, and it actually looks really cute. This gunmetal color is actually perfect because it's black, but it's also sparkly, which is very festival-y. Okay, yeah, but back to festival fashion. Like, I love being at a festival and looking at everyone's outfits. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Just like sitting with a drink or with like a snack and people watching and looking at everyone's outfits because people are so stylish, it's crazy. Yeah, I haven't completely figured out what I'm wearing yet, but yeah, the other night I had just like had an insanely busy day at work, and when I got home I had to like do some other stuff for like my art business. So I was doing like commission work and stuff, and I was so tired. And at the end of the night I was like, I need to do something for me. I need to do something that I will enjoy. So I made a little Google Slides, like a PowerPoint presentation of some of my outfit ideas for the festival, because I'm re-wearing some outfits that I already have just to make it easy, and I put them out like with my little hairstyle ideas and my makeup ideas, and like I stayed up like for an extra hour past my bedtime doing that, but I was like, you know what, I needed that, so I just did it anyway because. Okay, what else can we use? I have this one smiley face left, and I have like these little yin yangs, so maybe I'll put those together, or the smiley face and these little dice. Oh, maybe I'll do that. So I have this big flower, and maybe I'll put the smiley face in the middle of the flower. That'll probably have to be on this thumb though, because I don't think I can fit that on my little finger. Okay, I figured it out. I ended up doing this little drawing thing that I was talking about, so this is gonna be my other hand, and I wrote out the background colors for each one so I can do it. And so for this one, I think I'm gonna do these little eyeballs that I have. These are from the Halloween set also, and I'm going to put those on top of maybe like red, put them on top of this light orange. But yeah, I think it's fun. Let me know in the comments what your music festival dream lineup would be. If you're somebody that doesn't like camping, like what would need to be the act for you to camp to do it, like sleeping in a tent next to 100,000 other people for 4 days to see whatever this act was. When we did the festival last year, we saw Dua Lipa, and we were actually in the front row to see her, which was insane. So now I'm gonna get started on my other hand. I know this middle nail, I'm gonna do like a full glitter nail with this purple glitter. I'm not an expert at painting my opposite hand, but I've had a lot of practice doing it, so I can do it pretty cleanly. I just can't do a lot of like detailed nail art on my other hand unless it's like super arbitrary, like the yin yang thing, which is why I do that all the time. Yeah, before I discovered these little nail stickers, I used to really like only do actual painted nail art, like actually using a paintbrush and painting things on my nails. I don't do that often anymore because like this is so much easier and faster, but I try to like incorporate simple stuff like this cow print thing and the yin yang because it's easy. I have these nail polishes. These are from Color Club. Somebody at work gave these to me just because they didn't want them anymore. I think they're supposed to be mood ring nail polish, like they're supposed to change with your mood. I think it's just like a heat thing, like it changes with the warmth of the temperature or of your skin, I guess. I haven't ever worn any of, she gave me like 4, and I've never worn any of them just like by themselves. I don't know for sure if they actually work like that, but I think it's a cool idea. Most nail polishes like that, I'm like, that's just like kind of a gimmick, but these, like the color that they come out the bottle is actually very pretty anyway, so I don't really mind. My favorite brand of nail polish is Essie, probably, and I actually Olive and June just sent me a couple in PR, and they're actually really, really nice also. I have used them before, but I just haven't bought from them in a while. Essie is like my favorite accessible brand. But yeah, I feel like Essie nail polishes, they're like the most high quality formula, and they're opaque and they just look so nice. I also really love, for the girlies on a budget, these, the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear, have used this line since I was a child. They're great if you're on a budget. They're also like really buildable, so that's what I think about Essie. Like, they definitely have a really high quality formula and they're opaque, but they don't have like every color you could ever want. But these, they have them in every single color of all time. Any single color you could ever want. Okay, I can't decide if I should do another black and white nail. All about balance these days, so it's giving Libra. I don't know really anything about astrology. I just like have never gotten into it. Somebody commented on my TikTok recently and asked what my big three were. And I do know that, and I know like what those things say about me because I've read about it before, but that's like kind of the extent of what I know about astrology. But if you are wondering, and if you know more about it than me, you can dissect this in the comments or send me a message or something. Libra, sun, and I know that means we're all about balance, and I definitely am being at peace and stuff like that, and being fair. And I do think that's very accurate for me. I'm a Cancer rising. Ascendant. I know that rising sign is supposed to be like your first impression or like how the world perceives you before they really know you. I've heard from people before, people that I met as an adult, they've told me that their first impression of me was either that I was really shy and emotional, which I feel like is a very Cancer personality. People have said they thought that I was really intimidating and mean when they first met me, which I think is kind of funny because I don't really consider myself to be either of those traits. Like, I don't think I'm very shy. I'm not very, I don't know, I wouldn't consider myself to be intimidating either, but I just thought it was funny. And then my moon sign is Gemini, which if I understand it correctly, it's like what you in your purest form think about yourself. I don't know, it's like your self-image. And I do, from what I've read about Gemini, like that's definitely how I see myself. Like if I didn't know when I was born and I had to guess, I probably would guess that I was a Gemini. I don't subscribe to anything like that, but I do think it's interesting to hear other people talk about it. So, and I do know some people who are really into it, which is interesting. This nail polish is very thicky, sticky. I did my nails this exact combination here, that like Essie dark purple color, and then this on top for when Speak Now Taylor's version came out. My friend had a little listening party and we all wore purple and stuff. I wore my Eras Tour t-shirt and I did my nails with this sparkly color and it was so fun. And we listened to the album together and it was awesome. So yeah, if there are any other big Swifties out here, and I know that there are because some of my most popular videos are about Taylor Swift, let me know what you thought about Speak Now Taylor's version. I really loved it. Even the most controversial part, and I know people are gonna be mad that I even said this, the lyric change, but I mean, okay, no, I don't think that she should have changed the lyric because I think it was fine. I don't hate the new line. Like when my friends and I were listening to it, as soon as she said it, everyone was like, no. I mean, like I had a spoiler, so I already knew that the line was changed. I just didn't know what it was changed to. But when I heard it, I was like, honestly, I kind of like it. It's kind of a savage line also. I heard somebody else say that like it's a good line because it's not anymore about the girl, it's more about the guy, like, you know, getting strung along. And I feel like that's cool because it's like, it's not all her doing, like she's not the only villain in the story, you know? I loved it. My favorite song on Speak Now is Mine, and that opening lyric, I squealed. I'll put the, I took a video of us listening to some of the songs, so I'll put the clip of that in.
Okay, are you ready? Lindsay, are you ready? Okay.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved the vault tracks. We also, the night, so it came out on like the Friday at midnight, so like Thursday night midnight. And since my friends and I were all getting together on the Friday night to listen to it, we all promised not to listen to it alone the night before and to wait until we were all together to listen to it, which was a great sacrifice from me, honestly. So yeah, we went the whole day without listening to it and then drove up to my friend's house and we all listened to it together. And so we were listening to it Friday night, which was the first night of the Kansas City Eras Tour shows. And so we were in the middle of listening to the album, and then we also had the live stream of the tour just like kind of playing in the background so that if anything happened we could see it. When she started playing Long Live at the tour. We were just about to start listening to Long Live Taylor's version on the album. Like, we hadn't even listened to it yet, so she started singing it, and we listened to it, we watched the live stream of it, and then we listened to the actual song, and it was so cool that it like lined up perfectly like that. We listened to the whole album, and immediately when we finished listening to it was when she was about to start the surprise songs section of the show. That was when she brought out Joey King and Taylor Lautner, and they showed the music video, and I can't remember if I actually got a clip of this. I hope that I did, because this was absolutely insane. When she premiered the music video at the tour. Okay, if I'm too deep in this, you don't know what I'm talking about. At the day that Speak Now, Taylor's version, came out, at the tour that night, she released a music video for one of the vault songs on the album. And she like premiered the music video at the tour, so people that were there that night got to see it before it was like released on YouTube, or like you could watch it anywhere else. So people were live streaming the show on TikTok, obviously, and my friends and I were watching one of the live streams, and they so graciously pointed their camera at the screen so that we could watch it also. When Taylor Lautner's face appeared on that screen, I feel like the whole, because he doesn't like show up in the music video until like a minute or so in, and I think that like while we were gearing up for like during the first half of the music video, I was like, I know something's about to happen, like I know it, I just know it. And when his face appeared on the screen, the noise that I made was completely inhuman. It was, I don't know where it came from. I was possessed for a moment. I don't know who that girl is. If she's okay, I hope she is. Wherever she is, peace out to her. I truly, like, I do not know what came over me. It was insane. Grateful that people were live streaming that, because what a crazy moment. And then when he came out on stage afterwards and he did his little backflip on the stage, it was so Jacob from Twilight. And I'm also curious what everyone's favorite vault song is from Speak Now. I mean, I feel like everyone likes I Can See You. That's probably my favorite, but I really loved Electric Touch with Fall Out Boy. Thought it was so good. And I love Timeless, Foolish One, Castles Crumbling. I thought it was kind of a crime that Hayley Williams didn't have like a bigger belty moment during Castles Crumbling, because I was like, how could you have Hayley on your song and not just have her like absolutely wail during the bridge or something? Thought that was kind of a crime, but her verse, she sounded so good singing, so I was like, it's fine. I did really like that song though. Foolish One is good. I didn't love When Emma Falls in Love. I think it's cute, but I thought it was needed to have a little bit more of a build. Okay, I feel like I've been filming for a long time. I'm just gonna finish up my nails really quick and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm back. The lighting is a lot different because I just was talking to my boyfriend on the phone about plans for the festival for the next few days, but I finished my nails and they look really cute. I'm gonna show you. So I put on some of my cute little rings also. And, okay, ignore this. But I think they turned out super cute. I like that they all have like a little bit of shine because I put a glittery nail polish on almost every single one. But I just think they look so fun together. They're pretty chunky, but once they like dry fully, they'll feel very strong, which is like the most important thing to me about festival nails. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video and just a little chit chat about Taylor Swift and music festivals and my life and my nail polish approach. If you want to see more from me, definitely follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I post nail art on there sometimes, along with all the rest of my art and my bullet journaling content and all of the usual stuff. I'm also probably going to do a little vlog of Lollapalooza, and it'll either be on here or split up into some smaller parts on TikTok. So definitely follow along to check that out. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye bye.
My love language is your time and attention. Won't you give some of it to me? I've been lonely lately.